Alright, folks asked me for an update on the plants. So some things have changed, so I thought I'd film one. First thing that's changed is I'm working on some herbs. And these guys aren't going to be named. They're going to go out in the garden. But, we enjoy having some starting. And this is waiting for somebody who's not here yet. So, and Aries there. In the east-facing window, by the way. This is east-facing. That's why he's under light, because that's not nearly enough light for an aloe vera. In fact, I've ordered a better light, because could use a little more than this. The desert plants like a lot of direct light. And speaking of desert plants who like a lot of direct light, this guy's new. This is a lithops, the stone plant, or pebble plant. This is a really fat lithops. He's been a little overwatered, but doing all right for now. And of course, being a stone plant, I named him Sisyphus. Speaking of names, the Dendrobium Apollon. In the last video, I said it was Summer Dream Apollon. It's actually Spring Dream Apollon. And part of the reason for that, I was told, is that if they flower in the spring, as opposed to a winter flowering like I have right now, the flowers will be pinker. They do have the faintest hint. You might be able to see a little bit of it right there. They have the faintest hint of pink in the flowers now, but it's mostly pretty white. And I've got two buds that haven't opened yet, but all the rest of the flowers have. Doing really good. Also starting a little nubbin there. I don't know what this is going to be. It might be another flower bud. It might be a keiki, a baby plant. Or it might just stay a nub and not do anything. That happens sometimes too. Moving on, our Phalaenopsis. Calliope, still not doing anything. I clipped her flower stalk down short since it's obvious she's not going to bloom again. And Melpomene, also not doing anything. And I also clipped her flowers off so she's not wasting energy trying to keep them alive when she's not doing so great. The dead bits have stopped spreading. And so the fact that the top is still alive means she might make it. She'll just be a little wonky. I don't know. Well, you gotta wait. Gotta be patient with plants. And then here's another new one. This is Cleo. Cleo is also Phalaenopsis, and Cleo is a very interesting hybrid. The hybrid does not have a name. It's not official yet because it's an experimental new hybrid. But both parents are blue, flower blue. And blue is very rare in orchids. Particularly if you've ever seen at the store, you've seen a dark blue orchid, it's like that. Cobalt blue, that's fake. They, put a dye into the flower stem, and it goes up into the plants. It's like those dyed carnations you get. Same thing. So that kind of blue doesn't happen in orchids. The actual blue you get is more of an indigo blue, like I've got in Thalia. But these are bluer than that, or at least the parents are. So I'm hoping when this flowers, it'll be a really nice blue. So, moving on. Alright, we're going to have a peek at Hypote again. Still on my desk in my studio. She hasn't done anything. And I said, actually, well, she hasn't done anything since last time. I said last time she hadn't done anything, but I realized that that's slightly incorrect. This node here, with the little aerial root and the two leaves starting. When I got her, this node was that high, was level with this part of the trellis. So she's grown, what, a centimeter since I got her? That's all. She's not very exciting right now. Hopefully someday she will be, though. And now we're back in the kitchen windowsill, and Hedilogos got repotted, and I spread him out a bit, because it turns out I knew there was more than one plant in there. I thought there was two. He was twins. But in fact, he was, septuplets? There were 7. Anyways, he looks manky right now because he's just been repotted. And in the process, I managed to trigger most of his traps, so he's very, very unhappy. All that work, and he didn't catch a single bug. Dang it. Now, Chimeros is doing really well because he is starting a new picture right here. You see that? He only had 6 when I got him, and one of them died of transplant shock when I repotted him. So he could use another one. So that's good. And then this little guy doesn't have a name. This is just a rosemary start. I was discussing growing rosemary with somebody, and they mentioned that in their climate they have to keep theirs indoors a lot of the year and have ended up turning it into a bonsai. I went and looked up rosemary bonsai, and honestly, that looks really cool. So I'm going to give it a try. I haven't named him yet. Now this is new. This is Melite. She is another one of those hybrids that is unknown, and both her parents are bright, bright red. And she's Cattleya. Cattleya? Whatever. She is the same kind of orchid as Aode, who is actually doing something. You see it here? There. There's a little white root at the bottom there that has a green tip. Honestly, that's a little suggestive. But that green tip is new, and it means the root is growing, which means she is doing all right in this pot. And then, of course, Polymnia, who's opened a couple more flowers. Still got some buds left, but doing well. And Thalia, I don't know, she might have objected to my saying she was a very happy plant, because she has started to drop flowers. You can see this one's drying out, which is a little weird, because she's also still opening new buds. Usually when a plant is stressed out enough to drop flowers, they will actually drop buds first, because you might as well drop the ones you haven't put any energy into and keep the ones that are already bloomed. But no, she's opening new buds and dropping flowers, and heck if I know why. She doesn't seem particularly sick, but probably she'll end up dropping everything fairly soon, and that's all right. And of course, there's an empty spot here. Gosh, I wonder who goes there and why they're missing. Well, let's go see. Yep, it's Arato, who has fully bloomed, so I couldn't resist putting her on the little turnaround to get a full look at all those glorious flowers. Just so many. Such a happy little plant. Absolutely delighted by all these flowers. She is gorgeous. Although I think it is funny, of course, they're all facing sideways except this one. Let's just point a flower straight down. How are the bees going to get into that? Heaven knows. But there she is. It's an absolute full bloom. All those many flower spikes all bloomed, even including the one that just had one. Gorgeous. Absolutely love it. And she will keep blooming probably for a couple of months. Orchid flowers last a long, long time. And then when she is done, I will repot her, because she's in a kind of meh inner pot in there. It's not a very good pot. But she's doing great in spite of that, so huzzah. All right, thank you for joining me in my houseplant update. I'll probably update again pretty soon, because I can't resist getting more, and they're always doing something. See you later.